gotta do the old school intro.
I
Hey,
love that, man. That's sick.
how's it going, folks? It's just it's me, West Coast Big Rob from Instagram, live again here on a Monday night at Cover Lovers here, brought to you by CBSI and Team Nerdherd podcast. Excited to be here. Love being here at this show. It's always a badass show to hang out with Mr. Morello here. What's up, Mike?
How's it going? Yes, I am excited to be here always on Mondays. This is like my favorite thing. I look forward to this all week after we're done. Dude, I'm super excited to be here. Did I freeze? I didn't freeze, did I?
Yeah, you did.
I froze again.
That's why I'm dancing. I'm doing the jig when you're freezing.
I froze. Anyway, I'm always excited to be here. I'm sorry about that. I don't know. We got big storms here today, last week too. So I'm gonna hopefully I don't freeze too much today. But yeah, it's been a great weekend. Got a couple of cool pickups, and I always look forward to this show.
Awesome, sir. Well, let's do the pleasantries we always do in the beginning of our show here. Let's thank our resident DJ on Instagram, Mr. Beats by Monster, bringing the badass beats. Let's thank also our moderators, Team Nerd moderators, at 17 Rudy #1. I can't do it cool like Steve. Steve's always he's a master doing this whole shit. I'll try my best here. And also Something Wong, thank you, sir. Danimate Etc. And Glenn 2K, our moderators. Say what's up to our moderators on the chat. And let's take a look at the comments to see who's out and about. Let's can I bring this in? You could tell I suck at this. I am not the greatest. All right, there you go. I gotta disperse myself. It just makes me comfort. All right. Hey, WikiFanatic 19. What's up, Tuner? Hey, thanks for hanging out, man. There he is. Rudy. What's up?
What's up, Rudy?
What's up? Rudy's in the house. There's Steve. Hey, Steve. Yay. All right, let's gotta entertain myself more. Rudy. Hey, Comic and Comic. Hola, señor.
No, Wookie, we'll probably be joined by the other guys. They're just running a little late today, so you're gonna have to deal with the two of us assholes for the first 15 minutes, and then you'll get everybody else.
It'll be a 10-minute show.
Yeah, seriously, this sucks. Fuck it. This sucks. Fuck it.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, Zen Multiverse, thanks hanging out with us tonight. Awesome. Who else do we have in the house tonight? Zen Multiverse, Coffee and Comics. Hey. Oh, there you go. There we go. And Chic Geek 78. Hey, y'all. Can't wait to see
some
covers.
How's it going?
We got the covers. We're gonna burn your wallet. That's our job. And hopefully we'll spend your money. All right. So that's so far all the folks here on the comment section. Let's hide that. Yay. Let's share the screen. Oh, see, I suck at this. All right. Hey, it helps if I put in a slideshow too. Okay, there we go. Let's start with our first incentives. Hopefully Jeff and Anthony. I did invite Anthony as well. Hopefully he'll show up as well. Jeff is running late, as Mike said. Our first cover of the day is Amazing Fantasy starring Spider-Man. Okay. The 1 in 50 by Joe Quesada versus the J. Scott Campbell 1 in 200. Holy smoke, that's a big number. Mike, ¿qué piensas?
Jesus, 200. Come on, man. I don't know. This or early 2000s, like right out of the 2000s to me. It's not awesome. It's certainly not 1 in 200 awesome. That's for sure. I mean, I know that J. Scott Campbell has his fans, and I do like it when he doesn't draw women. Like when he draws a dude every once in a while, it's kind of good. But so the cover is cool, but like kind of B covery. Like I would pay $10 for that maybe, but there's nothing you could do to get me to pay $200 for that. The Quesada. I mean, again, 1 in 50. I assume this is going to be pretty common. I mean, I have a feeling that shops are going to order the crap out of this, and that the 1 in 50 will not be $50. I'm assuming it'll be more like a $20 buy. This might be a $20 cover. I don't know. I really like what's going on in the window. Like, I think that's pretty cool that the cityscape is reflected in the back. Mm-hmm. It just shows a little extra attention to what's going on. I like a character in an environment, and I know the Campbell has that too, but honestly, for my money, I think it's the Casada for me, to be honest. Even
Interesting.
though I like the Campbell.
Yeah, when was the last time you say you liked the Joe Quesada cover, right?
Yeah,
It's,
especially over a J. Scott Campbell cover.
yeah, I just feel like J. Scott Campbell's crutch when it comes to drawing males is Spider-Man. He always goes to Spider-Man. That's like his cheat when he wants to draw a guy. Otherwise, he
Yeah,
draws women. I rarely see him draw. He's been doing other male characters. I know he did that Thor and that Hulk, which I own. They're awesome covers, but he um, he always just his go-to is Spider-Man when he wants to draw a dude. It's a standard J. Scott Campbell Spider-Man, art. I think it's pretty cool. It's nice. It's 1 in 200. That's a crazy number. Yeah, this book is probably over ordered by a million.
yeah,
Um, I like the the positioning of the background around Spider-Man, how the angle is, how he's coming down the buildings, and it looks like almost like a bright light behind him. That's pretty dope. I love where he put his signature. I love that little position of his stake right there. That's nice. The spiderweb looks cool, very McFarlane-ish with the Tanglewoods within the web. That's cool. But yeah, I agree with you. I think the Joe Quesada is the better cover. It's a much more interesting cover. It's just so much more going on. Were you gonna say something?
yeah. It reminds me of the controversial cover with the Spidey butt.
Yeah,
Remember that one?
yeah.
One that like essentially was the thing that Monera copped for that Spider Woman cover. Like that era, those 3 or 4 Spider-Man covers with the white
Mm,
backgrounds and stuff. This reminds me of those. So for anyone who really likes those covers, which I don't particularly, but I could see those people gravitating towards this cover for Campbell. But I mean, one of his best covers is a male character. That lizard variant is still a freaking great cover.
yeah, you're right.
So it's not all about his women, but yeah, you're right. This is his cheat. That's a good way to put it. Like whenever he wants to do a male character, he does a Spider-Man cover. But yeah,
Hey, Bricks, the Iron Geek, welcome.
it's just okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say it's just okay.
Yeah, let's get the J. Scott Camp was literally just okay. Oh, I I froze too, didn't I?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I was going to just say I don't think really throws me off is the Joe Quesada one is the face. It's a little too. I know for a Spider-Man when he's just wearing a really like the mask, right? This really simple mask. Something about the way he drew the face of Spider-Man, it seems very bland, not very much detail to it. There's not, you can't really tell his features on his face, I guess you could say. A little
Yeah.
bit of his nose, but it's just something about it. It's very blah, but the rest of the artwork compensates for that blah on his face. All right. Well, we spent a long time on this one. Let's move it on to the next one, which we
Sounds
got
good.
here. Fortnite versus or Fortnite X Marvel Zero War #4. This is a versus between Cal New, 1 in 25, and Jem Bartel 1 in 50, with a beautiful Jem Bartel 1 in 50 here of She-Hulk. Um,
Jeff.
hey
What's going on,
Jeff,
guys?
we're right on time. We're just missed one.
Okay,
So
that's fine.
I'll start with you, Jeff. What do you think about this one?
Okay, I like the Jim Bartel. I like it just for the simple fact that it's not a normal Bartel. It's
Mhm.
not her typical, stylish art. And but the Kyle New is really good too. Shoot. I actually like both of them. For 1 in 50, that's not worth it for the Bartel though. I don't think it's worth a 1 in 50. But this is one of those iffy things with Fortnite, kind of spec book real quick and then dies off.
Yeah.
But
But
I actually like both of them.
but it's a
Yeah.
versus, Jeff. Which
All
one do
right,
you like?
fine. I'll take the damn it. I'll take the Kyle New. I really like the Bartel though, but it's just I'm not paying $50 for it.
Kamikaze, what's up? What's up?
I'm with you on this, Jeff. I like them both too, and I'm kind of surprised that I do because they're not. Neither of them are blowing me out of the park here. I like the action in the Kyle New. I think it's cool and dynamic. The angles are really cool on it. Yeah, there's some exaggeration here and there on some of the characters and the faces and all that sort of thing, but that's stylistic, and I'm fine with that. And the Jen Bartel is good also. It looks kind of like a Star Wars cover. I don't know I don't know what I mean by that, but I know what I mean by that.
It looks like it's on Tatooine.
Yeah, kind of. I don't know. It's weird. But here's the thing, right? Like, this is when I step back for a second and I say, I've got $50 in I've got $50 in my wallet. Is this the Jen Bartel I want to buy for $50? The answer is going to be no. I've got other Jen Bartels I want to go buy for $50. So, yeah, I'm going to have to go with the new as well on this one. And while I like the Bartel, it's not a $50 cover to me. It's maybe like a $15 or $20 cover, but that's about it. Her colors are there, but it feels like a Star Wars cover. It's weird.
If it was a 1 in 25, it's an easy cop.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, if these were flipped, no doubt. The Bartel all day.
Yeah, I agree. If this was not a 1 in 50, the Bartel all day. So you got to go with a new. Just price point and the art, solid art. All that red in that cover and the big bright sun in the background. That's a very interesting decision there on Kyle. Interesting, but yeah, it's the art. Both covers art is beautiful. The line work great. The coloring is great for both covers. They're both wins. Only people who are obsessed with Bartel probably get the 150. Yeah, the new for me.
I mean, look, if that Bartel is $25 at the LCS, yeah, okay, I buy it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Let's move it on.
It won't be though. Although here's the good thing. Here's the good thing before we move on though, is that because this is Fortnite, and it's got the fucking codes in it. Yeah. Most shops are going to get 50 copies of this because the teenagers and 20 somethings all want the code out of this. So this book might not be $50. So you're right. If this is like a $25 buy tomorrow or Wednesday, whatever, I might come home with it.
Yeah, I agree. All right, let's move it on. All right, what we got here is Harley Quinn 2022 annual, the 1 in 25 by Carmen Di Giandomenico, and the 1 in 25 by Serge Acuna. Mike?
I'm sorry, did you say me?
Yes, I'm sorry, Mike. Go ahead.
Damn it, coffee and a comic.
I kind of like them both only because I really like that there's some action dynamics going on in both covers. The Acuna is cool. I'm also a Mustang geek, so that helps. However, the Carmine Di Domenico is much, much better. So much depth, so much stuff going on in it. Really cool stylistically. I'm not sure I love the itself. That's probably the worst part of the cover, to be honest. But so I'm going to do what I normally do, and I'm going to say skip them both and go buy the B cover, which is a Nathan Zerdy this week, and it blows these two off the fucking map.
Well, there you go.
That should have been the 1 in 25. The Zerdy should have been the 1 in 25.
Yeah. Wait. So is the Acuna 1 in 50?
No, 1 in 25.
They're both 1 in 25.
Both 1 in 25s. That's weird.
Okay.
It's an annual. Well, wait a minute. Hold up.
Oh no! Wait, it's Harley. Hang on.
Yeah.
It's Harley.
Okay, it's a 1 in 25 for the annual and 125 for the Harley Quinn
animated series. Animated series.
Okay.
The Real Psychos on New Gotham Special #1. Sorry.
Yeah, because I was looking at the Harley Quinn one, the Adventures, and I was like, doesn't that look like the cartoon? And then I go, the other one doesn't have any other characters. Okay, so yeah. What would I prefer? I prefer the Acuna, and that literally only because of the car, and the passengers kind of look like the cartoon. So I am a sucker for, if there's an animated series or if there's a real life series. I do like covers that are associated with them, but yeah, I'm definitely passing on them because they're not 1 in 25s. the DC again does it, where it's these just should have been like the B cover or even the A, not even an A cover. Maybe the second one would be an A cover, but yeah, not they're not even really, worth anything more than the cover price for me.
Do you have the ability quickly to pull up the Nathan Zerdy?
I could probably pull it up. Is that a Harley Quinn annual?
Yes, it should be the annual.
Okay, just talk among yourselves while I pull it up real quick.
Okay, yeah. And here's the other weird thing about the Acuna: is Harley not on that cover anywhere?
I don't see her. I see Joker. I see King Shark. I see
I don't think
oh
she's
shoot,
on there. Everybody else is
Batgirl.
on there.
You
got Batgirl. You got. It looks like Wolverine. I know it's not.
What's his name?
Joker.
The mud guy. Darn it. Clayface. There's Clayface, and then there's that little psycho guy who has like the mental abilities.
Yep.
And then you've got I think Batgirl's being carried by like Vixen. I can't tell.
There it is.
Okay, that's way better. And that's only and that's the B cover, that's the cardstock. Are you joking? Okay, well, but it's an annual, so it'll cost a little bit more too.
It's $6.99 cover, I think.
Yeah,
that's way worth $6.99. Yeah,
and I like this one too. But this is the
the homages that they've been doing.
Yeah, that's a good.
I take that too.
Yep, agreed.
Jim Lee
over both of those over the other ones for sure.
Man, they really want you to buy a Hyundai, don't they, Rob?
Yeah, somebody must have looked at a Hyundai on my computer or something. So, yeah, I can't put an ad blocker on this damn computer. Okay. All right. For me personally, the Harley Quinn 2022 annual, I just think it's better art. It's a better investment because it's actual Harley Quinn regular run. Those are always a better investment than a side story, and especially an animated series side story. So long term, I think the 125 by Carmino de Giandomenico is a better buy. If you push me to shove, I'm not buying both, but I will pick that one over the other one.
And just as a caveat, annuals usually will try to throw in like a new character or a new story arc. So I mean, there's always a little speck on them, but it's just like any other book. It's like 1 in 10 books are like worth getting.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, let's move it on. Oh, I like this one. All right, we have no names of that. I gotta look this up then. This is obviously Death Dealer, the 1 in 5.
Oh my God! So we got two different video game homages.
Cradle of Filth.
Yeah, and Cradle of Filth. I don't even know what number is this. This is from Opus. All right, well, you guys, Mike, I'll just start off. I'm gonna look up so you can find more information on these books.
This is a tough one, man. I think I'm gravitating towards the Cradle of Filth, not only because I like Castlevania, but I mean, who knows I don't know what game that's supposed to be for Genesis for the
I think it's Alter Beast.
Oh, Alter Beast. No. Golden Axe.
Golden Axe. That's it.
Oh,
yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you're right. I bet you it is that. I think the art is better on the Cradle of Filth. They're both cool as hell, though. I wouldn't be mad at being able to buy both of these, especially if they're 1 in 5s, and I don't really have to pay very much. I froze again, didn't I? Damn it!
You're fine.
What I was going to say is I like them both. I like the Cradle of Filth better. I think it's better art. It's also got a girl on it. That helps. Well, I guess they both have a girl on it, but I think I like the homage better for the Cradle of Filth than I do for the Death Dealer. But they're both really good, and I wouldn't be mad at being able to buy both of these tomorrow or Wednesday. I keep saying tomorrow like it's Tuesday. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I just have more of a place in my heart for Nintendo games than I do for Genesis games. Maybe it's that. I can't really put my finger on it, but Cradle of Filth for me.
Jeff?
I am actually going to agree as well. The art is better on the Cradle of Filth. Even though I probably think the Death Dealer book will probably have more spec on it. Just because it's Death Dealers for Zeta. But that Cradle of Filth, the cover is way. I think it's actually way better.
Yeah, me too.
And I'm also a sucker for Castlevania. And there's actually other Castlevania homages out there already. So if you're like one of those guys who like to collect certain homages, this is one of them. And you're probably going to have this if you're one of those Nintendo or Castlevania homage cover lovers. So yeah, I'd actually take the Cradle of Filth. And the good thing is I'm pretty sure you'll get it for $10 or less.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't find any information on who's the artist and the basically what's any information on the artist. So for me personally, Death Dealer, I loved it. Cradle of Filth, I don't know what the book's about. I know what Death Dealer is about. I'll prefer the cover art for the Sega homage of Golden Axe. The reason is just that Castlevania homage in the last 2 years or 3 years.
It's been like 4 times or 5 times.
Yeah, the horse.
Like right now, too.
They broke the legs on the horse, and he's about to fall on the floor.
I think there's a Whatnot. Isn't there a Whatnot exclusive? And then there's also a Bird City. I think they're both.
Yeah,
and there was another one even earlier than those, and I think I even have that one. It might even be a Batman.
Yeah, there is, and there's a few other independent ones from a few years back. So that Castlevania cover has been done to death, honestly. The Sega Genesis, this is very original. They have not really touched Sega Genesis, especially Black Box Sega Genesis. They haven't done any homages for that. So just based on that, I would pick the Death Dealer. It's different. It's new. So, and I think that just to me is very much. I had both systems, but I think it's very it's fresh compared to the other one. And Death Dealer is just such a cool character in 1 and 5. I'm pretty sure they're both not easy. They're not going to be easy to find later on in the future because who the hell's going to order a ton of these copies of books? Because they're I think also like the 5th book in the run for each book. At least on the Death Dealer, I think it's like 5th, issues 5 or 6 at this point.
Issue 5, I think it's 5.
And Cradle of Filth is the second issue, so obviously it will drop from the first issue. So
I don't really know anything about Cradle of Filth.
No, I just see the writer is Justin L. Peniston, and the interior artist Paul Kowalski. So I don't know what's what, but yeah, Sega Genesis all the way for me. All right, let's move on. We're back with Frank Frazetta's Death Dealer, and this is the 1 in 10 and the 1 in 20, both by David Finch. Alonzo's funny with this one. So I go first. What do you think? No trade risks or virgin?
Stupid.
Trade risk. I actually do like the trade risk on Death Dealer. Pretty cool trade risk. So I'll pick that one. The art is obviously magnificent. It's beautiful art. The fire, the line work. It's very canvasy art type vibe to it. Even the manufacturer or the publisher's logo it's miniature, small in the corner. Not really cumbersome. Doesn't really kill the art. So I love it. It's good art. I'll take the trade dress. It just feels better for me at least. Mike.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Virgin covers often feel, especially when they were clearly drawn to have trade dress on them. I'm sorry. Let me start again. I'm having real trouble. Sorry, guys. We had big storms roll through here today, and I think my Wi-Fi is shit. So
you're good. All good.
You're good.
I'll know when I go. So I hate it when they do a Virgin cover on a piece of art that was clearly drawn to have trade dress on it. And in this case, it's clear that Finch knew there would be where the trade dress would be and left space. And so I want it with the trade dress. It looks better with the trade dress. It doesn't look nearly as naked. And I like the Opus logo. I think it's actually a pretty good logo, to be honest.
Yeah.
So it does. You're right. It doesn't ruin the book at all. I'm 1 in 10 all day. And the 1 in 10 should be findable and not. So the last thing I said was it shouldn't be terribly expensive. It should be easy to find and not terribly expensive. So yeah, 1 in 10 for me with the trade dress.
Yeah. I totally agree. Look, I'm a I totally love Virgin covers, but I don't like it, like you said, when there's this open space, this empty space
Happy birthday, Boom.
that was made for the trade dress and now it's removed. It doesn't look right. It wasn't. It was purposely not made to have a Virgin, basically. So there are definitely covers where you need the trade dress to make it look even halfway decent. But for Finch is a great artist. This looks like a zombified like Ares from DC, so I'm really cool with all of this. This is kind of cool. I like the coloring just because it does remind you of like fantasy posters and art. So definitely fits with the book. So going with the trade dress too.
Yeah, such a badass, cool cover, man, for sure. Trade all the way, 3 around. I think the chat agrees with us too. The trade dress is a winner. All right. All right, let's move it on to this is Vampirilla and Red Sonja. What book is this? I'm not particularly sure. They're both from Joseph Michael Listener, the 1 in 15 and the Virgin Variant. Jeff?
Okay, let's see. Linzer looks cool. I don't oh my god, the Linzers. They're both Linzers. Wait a minute. Why is one Virgin Variant and one's they're both virgins, aren't they? Hello? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I could hear you.
I was like, does anybody hear me? Am I talking to myself?
I was talking with Miss Baseball fan over here. She's cursing out the TV.
Oh, got it. That's even better. I want to hear that. Yeah. Jeez. So I'm assuming the Virgin Variant is like one of those exclusive online from the actual publisher, right?
These are, I think these are actually, yeah.
Okay, so I'm actually gonna go with the Red Sonja. I actually don't like the Vampirilla. I just don't like her face.
They look alike. That's the crazy part.
No. I mean, kinda, but not really. Like, I feel like it just doesn't look right. The first one, the 1 in 15. I like the Virgin variant. Better.
I see that. Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, just for me, and the roses alone are better than anything on the left side.
Those roses are massive, bro. Right in the front.
I'm good.
Perspective is interesting. That's for sure.
Yeah, I take the second one.
You take the Red Sonja?
Yep.
Okay. Mike, what do you think?
All right. So I love Linsner's work. I know in some ways his work's a little dated. I know some people think it's super 90s, but the dude's been doing it since the 90s and he continues to do it his way. And I love that. And I love the way he draws women sort of pin up, but with his own style. And so I like both covers, but here's the thing. He's got so many covers. I'm kind of picky about which ones I really like and which ones I don't really like. I think the art itself, maybe it's just the face, but the art itself is better on the Vampy this time around. Just barely. They're both fantastic. I mean, if he sent me both of these, and said you can keep one, I don't know which one I would keep, but just because I'm a huge Red Sonja fan. So I like them both. The only problem I have with the Vampirilla is that throne thing in the back is a little distracting.
Really?
Okay. Yeah, I don't know that I love that, to be honest, but I think the art on the girl is better in this particular case. I mean, it's that same pose, like the one knee forward, sort of like one hand out sort of thing, that whole thing.
Yeah, the IG post, yeah.
You like what? Yeah. Please do not screenshot that, everybody. You're all going to screenshot it now. I know, you assholes. Yeah, I don't know. They each have things I like about them and things I don't like about them. The flowers are a little big and a little distracting on the Red Sonja, and the throne thing is a little bit distracting on the Vampirilla. But if I had to choose the Vampirilla just barely, I think the art on the girl is just a little better.
Well, you were doing the My Little Teapot, short and stout. Is that what the post you were doing? Yeah. All
Yeah, it's
right.
about
Uh, I like the Vampirilla more, honestly. And I do like the weird psychedelic space background in the window thing. It's almost like that. What was that? Black Vortex X-Men series. Remember that big black thing they were carrying around? You ever guys ever read that run from X-Men?
no, I don't think I've ever read that.
Black
Now that you
Vort.
say it,
Yeah, Black Vortex. I remember like Danny Reyes will be carrying it around, flying through space with it. It kind of reminds me of that almost, but that was actually a whole black, not this colorful. That's giving me that vibe. Yeah, the red Sonia, the flowers are too distracting to me. I just think they're like these giant, massive dinosaur flowers just chilling right next to her. It's too much for me personally. I like the Thor's head on a spike over there in the background with a skull. That's pretty cool. I dig that. But the red Sonia is pretty standard, and Vampirella is always her outfit's out of control. So that's dope. But I see what you're saying about the face, Jeff.
It's
A
just
little
the
off.
face. It literally is only the face that really screws it up for me.
Also, the
yeah.
lighting on her hair is off. The white, like
It just looks like the lighting is off. Period. Like she's just glowing, and I'm like, why?
it looks like he put white out around her head. So
I
yeah,
say
it's
this every
interesting.
time, just as an aside about Linsner. If you've never met Joseph Michael Linsner, he is maybe the nicest human in comics that there is. You need to meet him. If he's at a show you're at, do yourself a favor, go over to his table for 5 minutes. It's well worth it. Such a nice guy.
And also the blonde version of Brian McClay. Yeah. So,
It kind of is, man. That's crazy.
yeah. All right, let's move it on.
I like the pedals. I like the pedals coming off of Red Sonja's hand, though. I do like that. That's a cool touch.
The pedal's cool. Yeah, the thorns in the background too.
It just registered in my head who you said he looks like.
He does, though. You're right.
You gotta be a super nerd, comic book obsessed YouTuber like me to get that
Even
reference.
know who the hell we're talking about. Yeah, but we all know.
Yeah.
McClay's a pretty nice guy too, actually, but not quite as nice as Joseph Michael.
Joseph Michael Listen.
I'm sure Joseph has the better job.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I hope he sees this. All right. Well, let's move it on. The Sandman Universe Nightbird Country #5, the 1 in 25 by Sam Wolf Conley is the what the F for Alonzo's taste. I'll take this one on first here. I don't know. This is what I expect from this particular character. Just something to weird the shit out of you. It's some crazy vibe to it. The art, it's almost like, honestly, it's like a picture they just got Photoshop and it just dropped filters and layers on top of this image. It's what it looks like, and it just added the mouth, multiplied the mouth on the eyes, right, with that little trick on Photoshop. So that's probably what he did. Honestly, but maybe he drew it, and if he drew it, that's even more impressive because it looks like a picture, honestly. So I like it. It's creepy. It does its job, and people probably will buy it. I think people will pay $25 or more for this book, in my opinion. So Sam Wolf did his diligence, or was that word? Whatever. He did his work. Yeah. Mike?
I like the fact that the show has, and this isn't a spoiler thing, but has definitely made this character more important and more integral in the Sandman story arcs than he was in the comic books. He's a really cool invention by Gaiman. I really love it, and I'm glad they amped up the character and made him sort of the main villain, if you will, in a lot of ways. And so as a result of that, turning him into the main villain on this series is also pretty cool. So anyway, you're right. This is within character. Like what's going on this cover is definitely in character, and it's interesting and cool.
Maybe
I don't know that there's. Yeah, there is kind of a Pan's Labyrinthy kind of a feel to it, I guess. Yeah, the dude with the eyes on his hands.
No, I can't unsee what somebody said in the chat. It's pink.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking that from the beginning too. Yeah.
Oh my god, that's
I can't see it now.
what it is. No,
it's pink with 3 mouths.
Oh my gosh, I think that's probably true. I like it. Yeah. I mean, I don't know that I'd pay $25 for it, but I would pay a premium for all these. I'm a huge Sandman dork. I think this character is a great invention. This is a cool rendition of the character. I do like it. I would pay maybe like 15 for it. I don't know if I'd go as high as 25 for this book, but there's really no spec on this, so it's hard to pay. I'd have to really love the art. I don't really love the art on this. I think it's just good, not great.
Yeah. Geez, I don't know. Okay, so I'm usually, this is definitely not something I would buy. I'm not into the whole horror body image thing. Yeah. I would pass on it just personally. However, I don't agree that it's a WTF. I do think that it actually fits what this book is. They have been very consistent with having mouths on the eyes. So it's nothing out of the ordinary. It is a little freakish. I don't think it's a photo. It looks like it's art. So I don't think it's that bad. It's just not for me. And for the Sandman universe and all of this, maybe there's some spec value here too in the future. We'll see what happens with Sandman in pop culture, because right now there's no second season, so we're kind of left in limbo until there's
a demand. There's a demand for it, that's for sure.
There's a demand, but the second season will cost more than the first season if they're going to follow the whole path that they're following, right? Because if what I've heard is the first season is like issues 1 through 18 of Sandman, and the next run of that Sandman is there's a lot of necessary special effects that they'll need for that second season if they're going to continue down that straight path. So it's going to be a difficult decision. I'll cross my fingers for all of you, because I haven't finished it. I've only watched like the first episode or two, and I think it's great, but I also am waiting because Netflix does it all the time. They just cancel a series after one episode because it's just too expensive for them for the cost and getting new people. So for this book particularly, though, I'm not against it. I think it might be worth the 1 in 25. Just depends on what's on the interior.
Yeah. Also, I think if Netflix doesn't want it, I think there's other suitors they're willing to pick up the show.
Now that I
It's
heard,
like the number one show
I heard Sandman is a possibility to get, because of rights of the way the rights are associated with it. Yeah. Actually, it can go to another network right away.
Yeah, and Neil Gaiman owns that shit there. He's not going to just hand it over to Netflix. He owns this baby.
So
he's basically said it already. He's like, "Oh, we're the number one show. We've been the number one show for a month. You don't want us? I'm sure we'll find another home."
There's Amazon. There's Hulu.
Apple
there's Paramount,
TV.
There's Peacock.
Apple TV, who's craving
Apple
for shows.
TV. Yeah, there's all kinds of freaking streaming services. HBO, for Christ's sake.
Yeah. All right, well, let's move it on here. Next one we got here is Wonder Girl 2022 Annual 1 in 25 from W. Scott Forbes. It's a lot of Amazonians, a lot of Wonder Womans, I don't know, on the cover. Mike?
It's okay. It is nothing compared to the Joelle Jones, though, which is the A cover this week. So, again, I mean, I hate to do this, and I hate to be like a broken record on this, but like, never paying $25 for an incentive when the A cover blows it off the planet, and the A cover blows it off the planet. Go buy the Joelle Jones for $4 and be done with it.
I agree. Like, I actually don't mind this cover. But it's not a 1 in 25 to me. Again, it looks like a cardstock cover. What's her name? Yara? Yeah, Yara. She's probably the obviously she's the focus. She's the better drawn Amazonian, and I'm assuming these are the Amazonians from like South America. It's like part of her tribe. And so, I mean, that's kind of cool. I don't see many covers like that with her. But again, if Mike is saying A cover is way better than this,
It's
I'm
way
going
better.
with A cover all day. I'm gonna save myself about $20.
Yep. I mean, it's way better.
Oh, I know how thick her thighs are though.
You want them crushing your head, don't you?
Please,
May
may I have another?
Golden eye.
Exactly.
Yeah.
How about you?
It's cool. Let's move it on.
You're being very nice, weren't you?
Thunderbolts. What issue is this? Number 1. Hawkeye. Oh, what is this? Just Thunderbolts number 1, I guess. It says down with
Yeah.
fist. Hawkeye wants you for the real Thunderbolts. Paulo Siqueira. 1 in 30. That's an interesting number. 1 in 30 for Marvel. That's weird.
That is
weird.
It's trying to eke 5 more fucking copies out of people. That's some bullshit right there.
And this is right after they announced the Thunderbolts movie, so they got you.
They got you by the nuts. So it's it's a cool cover. It's the damn Uncle Sam wants you homage to that poster famously from World War II. It's looks like U.S. agent with somebody just painted with a paintbrush in purple. Down with Fisk. Hawkeye is a real Thunderbolt. So it's a cool cover. Nothing crazy. I can't talk shit about it either. It's just basic, nice cover B. Not a 1 in 30, that's for sure. Not for me. So, but I'm pretty sure somebody will buy it. Jeff?
I agree. It's definitely a B cover, and I can say that because there's a ton of other homages like this that are just the B cover or C cover. But depending on this particular team chemistry, like the makeup, if it's the majority of this team is going to be close to the team that's going to be in the MCU, this is a must buy as a spec. And I'm only saying that just because, again, if it's like 6 or 7 of the same members on this Thunderbolts team as on the MCU version, people are going to look to this as the key book, even though there's going to be a first appearance of Thunderbolts in continuity back in the Hulk. So it might become one of those Agent Carter things. Who knows? It probably won't have the same spec value, but that's U.S. Agent, and kind of hinting that he's going to play the Hawkeye of their Thunderbolts. We'll see how that goes, because they also have, if the rumors are right, if Winter Soldier is going to be on Thunderbolts, maybe he's the Cap representative and U.S. Agent is the Hawkeye representative equivalent. So this could be a foreshadowing as well. And I don't mind picking something like that up, as long, I don't think it's going to be worth $30. I don't think it's going to go for $30. Maybe 20, 25.
That's a tough purchase, man.
I know it's a tough purchase, but that's my particular thought on a spec. I'm not
long term.
Long term.
I like this long term. But what are we talking long term?
We're talking when the movie gets announced the team gets announced.
But what's the buy-in? Let's say the buy-in. Let's say it's $20 now.
You probably have to wait at least a year or two, unless some miraculous thing happens at D23.
The buy-in's $20. The return is 60 tops.
No, I think if the team is exactly the same, this could be $100 book at that time.
Ooh, that'd be tough.
It could be 80.
Mike,
I'm already haunted by this cover. This is one of those. This is one of those covers that you think back, like when you look up the 100 most valuable variant covers of all time, right? And you go through that list, and you're like, yeah, I'd like to own these for investment purposes, but half of these fucking suck. They're
Amen.
ugly as sin.
Amen.
Why do people buy these books? And and you're like, okay, maybe there was like a little bit of spec on it one day, or like it was super rare for some reason, or whatever the reason was, and you're like, okay, I guess I'm thinking of what's the venomized what's the girl one?
the yellow one.
Green,
yeah,
or
with the door in the background or whatever the hell it is. What the is that cover?
Oh, the Lethal Protector? No.
Nah, it might be. It's like Gwenom. Well, or maybe it's Mary Jane is Venom. I don't remember what that's supposed to be. But like that cover is hideous. And people pay thousands of dollars for that thing in 9.8. And I can never figure it out. And this feels like it has the potential to be one of those covers because this new team ends up in a movie or something like that. And then this thing ends up being really rare because everybody ordered 25 copies and forgot to order 5 more. So no fucking stores got it. And you can never find it. And here it is. And it's just like this piece of shit. At the end of the day.
It's all to my Fallout 4 and shit.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Right. Exactly. That's another one. Like, let's face it, like Jurjevic has some good covers, but that Ultimate Fallout cover is not great. It's really not.
Trash. It's trash.
There's a lot of those kinds of covers, right? And this feels like it could potentially in the future be one of those covers that is going to come back to haunt all of us at some point, or you're like, oh my God, that ugly thing again. Why are people paying for it?
August 29th, 2022. You heard it here first from Mike Morello. This book will haunt us in the future.
See, this ceiling for this book is low because there are better Uncle Sam cover swipes. It's not about the swipe. It's not about the cover for this one. It's about the interior and exactly what it means to pop culture in the future.
Yeah,
that's what it is, and that's a hard spec because you have to really go with your gut on it. So,
well, if you're not sold now, you're never gonna be sold.
Hey, no influencing here, man. I'm just saying that's my thought on it, and yeah, because it's one of those books, like Mike said, it could haunt us in the future just because. Oh man, we passed this up. We could have got it for $15, you know, and next thing you know, it's going for $100, $120.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. What the hell is this? I don't even know what this is. Anybody know what this is?
It looks like a magic cover to me.
That's
I don't know
what I was
what
going to say.
I don't know
All
what
right.
that is.
I don't know what that is.
Skip.
You guys discuss the art. I'll look it up real quick.
I'm kidding. I'm just joking, man.
All right. Well, Mike, take a hit at this one.
I like the art, actually. I think it's really good art. Matter of fact, especially if this is a Magic cover, the covers on the Magic covers have been really, really good. I could care less about the books, but there's been some really cool incentives, like and I think a lot of them are just open order versions of other things, or maybe 1 in 10s. Maybe they're
I think they're like 1 in 5s, 1 in 10s, or like some are just the virgin, like 1 per store, and they'll just automatically get one.
Yeah, like the Hidden Planeswalkers ones and those kinds of things. This feels
I
like
have most of those actually.
I don't even know if that's what this is, but that's what this feels like to me. And the art's good on all of them. I don't know who the artists are on these, but so this kind of has that.
Tommaso?
Say again.
It says Fabrizio De Tommaso on this one, right? Okay, I found out. It's from Boom Studio. It says, we only find them when they're dead, number 13, cover C and 7.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Interesting.
That was not the book I was thinking of.
No, me either. I've not read We Only Find Them When They're Dead, so I wouldn't know the character. But
this is $9 at Midtown Comics right now.
I think if you're into that series, and I know a lot of people are, that's a hell of a cheap buy-in for a really nice cover. I'm assuming that it's digital, but it certainly looks painted. So he's done a really good job of doing that. Because parts of it look digital to me, like the costume looks digital, even though other parts of it look painted. So I'm assuming that it is in fact digital. But what's funny? Did I freeze again?
No, yeah, Paul. The book's still alive, baby.
Oh,
It's like a dead fish. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean it's cool. It again. I guess Laura would say this is an evergreen piece. You know, this is just like the one character doing, you know, having his day in the sun in this particular case, which is good and bad depending. There's some dynamics to this. There's some cool color, some cool depth, some really fun stuff going on in it, and it's really well rendered. I like the cover a lot. It's not for me. I don't read that series. It does nothing for me. There's no spec on it. I have no reason to buy it. But if it's a book you dig and you've been reading it, this is a really cool cover to have in your collection. Especially for $9.
This is the almost like the Marvel Now, The Watcher, or title, right? They always change the race or the sex. So that's what it reminds me of, honestly. As soon as I saw it,
Wearing eternal clothing.
yeah, yeah, it's totally a book I would never think this is. It's beautiful art. I agree. It's beautiful, beautiful art. I don't know, $9 at Midtown. That's uber, I guess, crazy, insulting cheap. I guess for the 1 in 15. But you probably find it even cheaper. You might even find it for cover price because the damn comic book shop doesn't even realize there's an incentive. Puts it on the rack and shit. So yeah, Fabricio. Yeah, it's beautiful. It's well done. I don't know what elements are digital and what's real art, or is there any Photoshop in here? It's really well done. I think all the tools he used in his arsenal to make this happen came out correctly, in my opinion. And I love the colors on it, the gold and blue. It really shines through on this cover. I appreciate his effort on this one.
Yeah, I agree. If it was a Magic book, this would be an automatic buy for me. I buy all the Magic covers that I can from my store. I just love the art, and I used to play Magic the Gathering, so it's not a bad fit for me. This right here, what I really, really like about it is the subtleness of the different coloring and the kind of like arcing from the staff and from his mind. Like that, you can kind of feel like, oh, he's using his powers right now. So it's kind of cool in that sense too. It's like like you said, he's doing his thing. And Fabricio's, this is a good fantasy art. So I'm really cool with this. Like, D&D kind of stuff, but like lighter with the Magic touch. So yeah, I'm cool with this.
Yes.
If I can get it for a cover price, oh my God, I'll buy it immediately.
Yeah, this is a nice print for him to sell at the cons for sure.
Yes.
All right, let's move it on.
I found the cover I was talking about. Amazing Spider-Man 678 Quinones Venomized variant, and it is Mary Jane, Venomized Mary Jane. And it is absolutely hideous, and people spend all kinds of money on it. Sorry, I just had to find it. It drove me crazy. It's bad.
Okay. You gave me time to look up the next book. There's no information on it here. It's Superman War World Apocalypse #1 one shot. The cover D incentive by Mikael Janin, the 1 in 75. Mike?
Garbage. Move on. It really is. This is garbage.
That's a 1 in 75 for what?
This is a bad A cover.
Yikes. Wait, what is this book for?
Superman War World Apocalypse #1 one shot.
Dude, look at the A cover. I can't remember who the artist is on the A cover. Is a really nice piece of art, and then there's a C cover that's like a distressed cardstock version.
Oh, the C cover is beautiful,
and that's absolutely stunning. If this is the kind of thing you're looking for, if this is a book you dig this week, that is the book this week. Is that C cover? It's going to cost you $5.
This is like a homage to Beastmaster or something like that.
That's the one.
In that vein. This reminds me like of
this thing.
Oh, okay.
Of an old school VHS
Wait,
cover.
That's a what cover?
That's a C cover. That's just a $5 cover, $6 cover. That's all that is.
Steve Beach.
Yep. Spoiler alert, it's one of the runners up for cover fire this week, obviously. Duh. As is the Nathan Zerdy that we showed earlier. So
Apollo nailed it.
What is that?
Covers, which are just regular covers, blow away everything we've talked about, except for maybe the we only find them when they're dead cover, which nobody gives a shit about.
Yeah, that cover C is totally like a VHS cover from the 80s for sure. Yeah, I agree with you, man. This cover is not that good. It's not horrible. It's just a basic A cover, honestly.
It's a recolored interior splash page. Is all it looks like.
Yeah, second print, Marvel second print, right?
Yeah, right. Exactly.
It's actually a bad cover. It's a bad cover because it's a 1 in 75. And the only thing he took care of in this whole part of this art is literally like Mongo's face. That's it.
I bet you if this is a sketch cover with none of the coloring, none of the shadowing, and you actually see all the line work on Mongo and Soups, it'll be such a much better cover.
I bet you it is.
And maybe it would look better just because Superman looks fat in this.
I think the coloring shit on this. I think the color is the shadowing is horrible on this.
It's like he's got a waistband so he can keep his stomach in.
Sassy ass Superman,
bro. I mean, those are that's thick.
That's just a character design of the character, whoever came up with this concept of the character. But
yeah,
I think if we see the actual line work on it, of his pencil work, I think it'd be a lot better.
No.
People are losing their mind in the chat. For the folks listening or watching,
everyone's trying to figure out what this show has gone off the rails. What is happening? Mike is freezing every 5 minutes.
Yeah. All right. This is G.I. Joe, a Real American Hero, number 297, on the road to 300 to finalize the run for G.I. Joe. This is from John Royale, the master of the 1 in 10s for G.I. Joe.
Yep.
And this is what was his name? Shit, I just had it. Joe.
It was Superman World 1.
No.
I was talking to Glenn.
Character, yeah. What the hell is this character's name?
He's the Cobra trainer, but he has a name. Shit, I just had it in my head.
I keep on coming up with Crocmaster, who it's not.
No, it's not. It is. I got it. I got it right here. Big Boa.
Big Boa.
Yeah.
I knew there was an animal in there somewhere. I'm like, there's an animal.
This is the guy that breaks or makes the Cobra soldiers. He's the trainer. He's the Cobra trainer. He's the one that gets him into shape, ready to battle the Joes. John Royale is actually one of my favorite artists the last 5 years. I just love he is Mr. J. Scott Campbell light, but he's doing better work than Campbell, in my opinion, lately.
Yeah.
These 1 in 10s for IDW G.I. Joe are going to be sought after in the future, especially towards the end of this run. This character right here is a uber popular character in the G.I. Joe community. This book is going to be sought after. You're not going to find it for $10. You're lucky if you find it for $20. People might be sleeping putting this on eBay for fucking $5. Who knows? But in my opinion, this book is going to be. It could be in one of the top 10 later on this week. So
unless you're my lucky ass and you walk 2 weeks in late to your LCS and you still find the White Baroness Royale from 2 issues before this still sitting there for $10. I don't know why.
$50 book.
Yeah. Who knows? But I agree with you. You said basically everything I wanted to say about this cover is people are going to look back on this little run of these 1 in 10s and they're going to want the shit out of these books, and they're going to be long gone ghosts that no one can find. And these are going to be $50 a piece all day long, all day. And that Baroness is going to be $100 book. I guarantee you. You're absolutely right. And I'm not even a huge Joe collector. I loved Joe as a kid. I collected Joe, figures and all that kind of thing. And I loved the cartoon and everything. I don't read the comics. However, even I fucking want these. And that is saying something. You basically pulled me out of G.I. Joe retirement just to go and find these 1 in 10s. And that's saying something. This guy's got some talent. He's got a lot of dynamics in his art. This is a cool character from like a later, I guess, I don't know if Joe guys call it G1, but this is like the tail end of G1 for G.I. Joe. Really, really cool, but obscure figures and cartoon appearances. This and Crocmaster and some of those from that era are fan favorites. And I think this will be one of them. I think most people are going to want that Baroness cover. Don't get me wrong, but this is still badass. I hope I find this. I hope it's somewhere near $10, and I will buy it if I find it.
One of my favorite John Royale's G.I. Joe cover is he drew Tomas and Zamet, the twins.
Yes.
I think it's like issue 270 something. It's during that Big 10 issue run arc they did. And I love those characters, and he drew them awesomely. And it's got to be a hard book to find. I'm pretty sure it's impossible to find at this point. But Jeff,
oh, those are definitely fucking Jordashes.
I knew you were gonna say that. I was gonna say the same shit.
No doubt that those are Jordashes. The little fucking horse on the back.
Superman, fucking jeans. Okay, so for this, I've been saying, at least for the last, I know I haven't been on the show for a while, But before that, I was saying you need to get the GI Joes, at least the next 4 or 5 issues, especially the 1 in 10s. And this is like the ending to going to 300. It's the big wind up. Hama is back as well. It's just a whole conglomerate of things happening at the same time, right? And the fact is this character is not on a lot of covers.
Yeah.
Especially by himself. I think this might even be the only one with him by himself.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that in itself is a collector item right there. Just by itself.
So I literally just typed in G.I. Joe Royale 1 in 10. That means all of them.
Right.
There's one copy of number 296 up right now for $32 plus $6 shipping. All the other ones are ghost. Just to give you some idea of how rare these fucking books are. Now, granted, I could type in some other things and probably find them. But, I mean, if you just put in G.I. Joe, Royale, 1 in 10, there's one fucking book on eBay. One.
It'll be gone in about 5-10 minutes, I'm sure.
Probably. And that book's badass, too. That's the Duke. I think it's Duke. I don't know who the fuck that's supposed to be. It's either Duke or Hawk or one of the fucking generals.
I think it's Flint, no?
Oh, Flint.
Yeah, it could be Flint. Yeah.
I don't know. He's not wearing his normal clothes, so it's hard to tell. He's got like the whatever, like the safari kind of shit on, but whatever. Yeah, either way, the point is they're rare, they're already expensive, and they're already ghost.
And you know what this reminds me of as well? The back of the G.I. Joe cards.
Oh yeah, the
right,
file
like that
cards.
art where the file, right, and that looks
Yeah.
like if you just look off to the right of it, it'll have all the information about his
all of his stats.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
On a little tan file card. Damn
so
right,
I
man.
really like this one.
I'm surprised they haven't done variants like that. Why have they not done file card variants?
It would be smart, wouldn't it?
Yeah, fuck the action figure thing. I want the back.
They done them for cons. I think I have a couple.
Why.
Yeah, I have like 3 or 4 of those during the.
Okay, that's cool. I'd dig those. I'd definitely buy those because that's
Yeah,
nostalgic, and they had good art on them.
Yeah, I think I have a few of those. I found this one on eBay. It's $20 plus $8 shipping right now. There's one copy.
Sorry, Steve, you're asked out.
Wow. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's good. Ghost like the rest of Superman's pants and his shirt, for that matter. I'm gonna walk around with just an M, just a cutout M with some straps.
No, you're absolutely right. Coffee and a comic. These ratios for GI Joes are very hard to come by. There are not a lot of shops ordering 10 copies of it.
No, you have maybe 2 or 3, 4 or 5 possibly subscription guys for it, and then maybe they throw a copy on the rack. But man, I don't know any shop that's ordering 10 copies of this now.
At least not consistently.
Bigger shops, if you're in New York, maybe, or one of the big cities, maybe you're finding 10 or 20 copies of this, but not in small town. I mean, I'm in Nashville. This isn't a small city, and my shops. There may be one shop, the shop where I found that Baroness, that may get this, and that's the only shop in town that'll have one copy.
So I did a little more thorough search on eBay. So most of the 1 in 10s are on here are all like the recent stuff, like the last 10 issues. Anything beyond that is pretty rare. There's a couple, but pretty rare. And there's no more than, I think, 20 books on here, and there's multiples of the same issue on here. Your Baroness is $50 on here.
You're right.
Oh, I see. Yeah, $49.99 with $3.59 shipping. I see one now.
Yeah. But
I couldn't believe it. I almost passed out when I saw it in the box for $10. It's such a beautiful cover. I mean, it's such a beautiful cover. Like there's no way I was leaving it there.
Yeah, there was no way I was ever find something like that over here.
All right, we celebrate
couldn't believe they even got 10 copies of that book, let alone still had it sitting there. Like,
you're so lucky, man.
I can't believe one of their box holders didn't want that instead of their regular A cover.
That was just dumb.
That's just weird.
Yeah, we're all right. We salivate too much over this guy. Let's move on here to another outstanding. This is Transformers Last Bot Standing, the 1 in 10 by E.J. Sue. Let Mike take charge on this one.
Love Hot Rod, love Rodimus Prime, whatever you want to call him. I guess he's Hot Rod in this particular version. Very cool style on this. Again, here we are. We're going to be broken records, Rob and I at least, on this at 1 in 10, IDW book, Ghost all day. This is a beautiful one, maybe the best one of the last couple of years. Right up there. I guess you kind of have to like the character, though. if you are a fan of the Transformers movie from back in the day, how could you not be? So yeah, this is a great cover. Really cool style. I don't know this artist, but I like sort of the subtle color palette rather than the in-your-face super bright colors. I don't think Transformers should be drawn like that all the time. There should be sort of more of a dingy, dirty kind of a feel to them sometimes. So I really dig this cover a lot. I especially love the pushed up trade dress with the car version underneath. Like I like having both versions. It's a Transformer for fuck's sake. So I love having the robot version and the car version on the cover together. The border is very well done, but not overpowering or distracting in this particular case, which is also really hard to do. So there's some really masterful touches on this cover. It would be worth every penny of $10. I would buy this all day. I like this better than the G.I. Joe cover.
Jeff?
Yeah, I wish I saw this earlier. Damn it. I don't even think, like, as much as I think I can get this, I don't even think my LCS would have ordered 10 of these.
No.
I really don't.
It's issue 4 or 5, I think, on this too.
Yeah, it's going to be a toughie, man.
Yeah, I kind of want this one, and it looks, yes, it's got that poster kind of look, Land Before Time kind of like trade dressing here. Also, it kind of, if you kind of look at it, you just kind of take a quick look, it kind of looks like the cover is it's got texture, right? It looks like it's like ribbed almost, where it's like embossed. So
rib for your pleasure, Jeff.
And it's very pleasurable, I see.
It's bevel, yeah.
Yes, so it looks really cool. I like that. Definitely would get this if I can. Hot Rod, I don't know if I'm the biggest fan of, but this looks freaking dope. So I hope I can get my hands on it. We'll see.
Okay.
It's issue 4. It's issue 4 for anybody who cares.
Yeah, I've been buying this particular. It's a short story. It's only, I think, 6 issues. Obviously, this is IDW trying to play right off the coattails of The Last Ronin. So it's basically the same concept, The Last Bot. So that's the story. Let me see here. It also, obviously, this is an homage to the Marvel books from the early 80s, those anniversary books.
Which there is a Transformers one of, by the way, everybody.
Mm-hmm. There is. Yeah, Hot Rod looks great. It's almost very color almost like you're drawing with color pencils. That's what the vibe I get to this.
Or watercoloring,
possibly.
Which may be why it looks like it's got texture, because it probably, if it was pencil, it would have been done on very toothy paper, and that may have actually transferred over into the reproduction of the cover a little bit.
Oh, that makes sense.
The scan, yeah. There's this one real weird part that's kind of hard on scene. I want to let you guys know about it.
Oh no.
So the horses, if you look at them closely.
Yeah, he looks like he's riding it backwards.
No. The 2 horses on each side. There's the faces.
Yeah.
There's a horse within a horse. So there's actually 4 horses.
What?
So yeah, there's 4 eyes if you look at it closely.
Where?
So there's see what the eyes is. There's another set of eyes under
Which one, on the right or the left?
Both of them.
Oh, I see what you're. Oh my god.
So one is basically one horse is like this, one horse is like this, but you don't see the snout on one horse because it blends in with the other snout. So you see the both eyes, and you see the different mouths kind of blended in together. So it's just so weird. It's flawed. It's a really weird decision on the artist's part. It's not enough to bother me, and I would love to have this book. But that right there is fucking hilarious and just weird as shit.
It just looks like they have holes in like the side of their cheeks.
Yeah, but it's another pair of eyes. It's another horse, basically. It's weird.
You know what it might be?
More common. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them on eBay right now. The only one that has a buy it now is $20.
Good
yeah,
God.
these are, because this is a short story, so they're being bought more than the G.I. Joe. People, if the store is lucky if it sells 3 copies, basically.
Yep. It's true. No, you're right. My shop only orders 4, 3 for box holders and 1 for the shelf. That's it.
Yeah. So, All right. Yeah, I love the cover. It's a winner. It's obviously I can see this being a hot book of the week as well. People might pay more than $10 eventually. It might even be a $30 book. We'll see. Okay, let's move it on. Store exclusives.
All right.
Boom, 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 boom. So we got Miles Morales, Spider-Man number 42. Man, we're at 42 already. By Avental. It's an Eastside Comics, KRS Comics coming in. Mutant Beaver set. $50. It's the homage, obviously, the Spider-Man number 1 by McFarlane. The art is solid, but the horse is dead. Rest in peace.
I ate part of the horse tonight. I mean, it's so overdone. This is enough, man. Like, can't anybody come up with something new? Really? I mean, is it really that hard to come up with your thing? Like, I don't get it. Especially this cover, like this in 300. Like, enough with these covers already. Yeah, the art is fine. I like Tao's work. I especially think for those that don't like Tao's faces, especially on his women, this might appeal to you more just because it's a masked character and you don't have to deal with like
it's just like saying if there's a rock in front of the fucking feet, this is a good Rob Liefeld fucking part.
I like Tao's work. I like the stylistic versions of his faces with the pug noses and things like that. I think that's kind of cool. But if you're not into that, but you like his style overall, this might finally be a book for you. But again, done to death. This is a big hard pass for me.
Yeah, I am agreeing. Jeez, I actually, because it's Miles and the colors fit Miles, I kind of like it for the aesthetic. I am with you on it. This is way too many of these homages. I'm talking. This is like 181 homaged. It's just well overdone.
Yeah,
too much. I buy covers because they're unique or something. The art is really great on it. Like there's nothing unique. This is normal Ivan Tao kind of art. So I mean, it's nothing extraordinary. So I'm not spending $50 on this set. And now, if you're a Miles fan, I get it. There's nothing you can do.
Yeah, you can. Don't buy it.
But people are suckers. I'm telling you. I mean, I'm not saying it's not a good cover. It's actually kind of cool. Like I said, the aesthetics works for it. It's just overdone, and it's issue 42. What's in issue 42 right now? Right?
Yeah. Coffee in a comic. You're right. Like if this were honestly, if you were in almost any other pose and it weren't an homage, I like the cover a lot. I really do. And I like Tao's work, and I like the color choices and the little bit of darkness that there is in this cover. But again, you can't unsee the homage, so I can't want it. Like I'm over it. Enough. Homage something cool. Homage real art. Like homage a fucking Van Gogh or like if you're gonna let's move on, guys. I mean, what you're doing when you homage this stuff is you're trying to tell me like the original is like world famous gallery level art. It's not. It's that cover is just okay. The original is just okay. I know McFarlane fans are going to shoot me for saying that. It's not a bad cover, but it's not homageable to me. It's not worth it. And certainly neither is Hulk 181. That cover is actually trash. Stop homaging the shit cover.
Or what is it?
Really is. I know. I'm that guy, and I'm gonna get all kinds of shit for that. But come on, be honest with yourself. Seriously, go look at that fucking thing and tell me it's good art. It isn't. Herb Trimpe was not good.
No, yeah. The original art is not good.
382 are all trash.
Yeah, just stop it. And again, the McFarlane number 1 of this that this is homaging is a good cover, but it's not, I mean, shit. It's like you're trying to tell me that it's
exactly Apollo
Sunday Afternoon in the Park by Georges Seurat. I mean, we're not. It's not. That's not where we are.
Exactly.
Here, right?
Should have him hanging upside down.
Let's take a step back. If you want to mildly homage something, or if the homage works for something that's plot driven, cool. But to just fucking redo a cover is I don't know. That's lazy. Or as Ben C would say, that's clown shoes, man.
I'd rather have him like waiting in line at Starbucks buying a latte.
Actually, you're not wrong. Or buying a boba or something. I don't
Yeah.
care.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's wrong.
and look, with this web cover, I think someone else had the right idea. Whoever said it earlier, have them hanging upside down. Isn't that what spiders do? Right? They come down from above, get the prey. That
And
makes
then
more
he-
sense.
And then he faints because the blood rushed to his head. Yeah. All right. So let's move it
Hyper,
on.
let me calm you for just a
Which
second. Hyper. I have a 9.2 of Hulk 181. So obviously I think
Sorry,
there is warranting for that to own that cover. But it is not an homageable cover. It's just not that good.
Most homages to that cover are going to be drawn better.
It's famous and it's iconic because of what the book is, not because
Iconic.
of what the art looks like.
It's not the heart. It's the iconic.
Yeah, you know that that's true. Search your soul, and you know that it's true.
Most of the early covers are not that good. It's just they're iconic.
True.
Yeah. All right. Let's move it on here. What? I'm assuming this
That
is
would be
Batman
kind of
Beyond.
badass. A Degas ballerina pose. That would be fucking great. Or Degas how about him in like one of those bathtubs, like those Degas, with his hair out and everything. I don't know. That would be funny as hell. That would be hysterical. I would buy that shit.
All right. I'm not sure what this is. It's obviously Batman Beyond. I think they're rebooting it, right? It might be issue 1 at this point. This is from Francisco Matina from Spectral Comics and Gravity Comics. Limited edition of 1,000, $50 set. I'll start it off. I think it's interesting. The art's not bad. I mean, that might not be for it, but the negative thing, no, not for me. But I like the regular color, the standard color one. The colors pop. It's interesting. The moving through space quickly with the looks like he's being chased by the futuristic police cop cars, and you got Bruce Wayne in the background looking like a badass Romulan captain, and then it's just Tim Drake right there. Tim Drake in the bottom right corner. It's a cool image. Is it worth $50 a set? No, in my opinion. And I'm surprised Spectral Comics is doing that limited to 1,000 copies. This is a lot for them. So good luck on that, Spectral. Mike?
I'm reading Hyper about doing the ASM 300 pose in a wheelchair for Professor X. That'd be hilarious. It would not be hilarious. It would actually be pretty offensive to a lot of people. I would imagine. But
Yeah.
Still,
at least doesn't need his legs in it.
A funny comment. So I hate the whole negative thing. It's just a lazy way to create another variant. But what I do like about the negative in this particular case is that the face has this sort of spectral quality to it back there in the clouds, which is
Spectral Comics.
Ooh, look at that. But at the end of the day, like I like the effect that causes. And I almost wish the color, sorry, I always forget I'm backwards here. I almost wish the color one had more of that subtlety to it. I don't really like either of these covers. I think they're both kind of lazy. I'm not a huge Matina fan to begin with. I think in general, he does a lot of things to hide sins, things that he can't draw. And I think a lot of people don't see them because of darkness and weird lighting and hiding things in strange places. So to me, I really don't think he's all that great. Plus, I think, doesn't he copy shit? Doesn't he take stuff from people?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Where did he copy this image from?
So like I'm just like I don't have a whole hell of a lot of respect for Matina. It's hard for me to have respect for him now. And while I do like some of his covers and have featured some of his covers in the past, his popularity in my mind has waned to the point of there's no way I'm buying a cover like this from him ever.
Yeah, so I always praise the B covers, the cardstock covers of like Batman and Detective, because Matina does a lot of those, but they're also cover price and I don't have to pay more for them. And it's just, I can get my copy of the book with his cover, with his version of it. This is not I don't think this is a typical Matina. At least doesn't look like it to me.
Not at all.
I'm okay with both effects, like the color and the negative effect. kind of okay. I'm not against it. I don't know if I'm buying it for $50 a set. If that first one, if the colored one was a foil, where you have like those effects from the foil, that would look really cool. Because it kind of reminds me of like back in the day, I think like in the 90s or even the 80s, they used to make like those Disney picture photos, and they would be like foil around it with like the background, and it kind of like this little blast. So I kind of dig that. It reminds me of that, but yeah, someone mentioned that looks like fucking Thanos. That's
It
kind of
does.
weird.
I can't unsee that.
Even though we know it's supposed to be old Bruce Wayne, I kind of like it, but like I said, I'm not paying $50 for it. If someone gave me the set, I'm not throwing it back. That's for sure.
No, I'm selling it.
If I get it for $25 for the set, I'll do it all day.
Nope.
Just for me.
I'll take it for free and I'll resell it.
Yeah, I don't think
I don't even know that I want to go through the trouble of reselling it. I might not even take it for free.
You might not be wrong there, because also I don't think there's any spec worthiness of it. So yeah,
it is an issue 1, right?
No, I don't think it is. Is it?
I think it got rebooted. Didn't Batman Beyond was on hiatus and it's coming back?
I thought they were on like maybe, I don't know. I know they're on some Batman Beyond Neo Batman or
I've not been paying attention to Batman Beyond, so I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. All right. Moving on. Spider-Man #1 from Spectral Comics from Gabriel Delato, limited edition 800. It actually has white on it and it's lighted, so that's different.
Wow.
What?
So yeah, the sky's falling. Interesting. It almost looks like a cracked window vibe to it because of the spider web. It's like your windshield on your car is cracked. So that's an interesting touch to it. I get it. The spider webs, that vibe of the webs. The city background is dope. Well, the lights and the windows. I wish they would put a little more detail to the lighting because they're all white. That in the real world will be all white. But Spider-Man itself, he does good Spider-Mans. They're usually very muscular. Like a grown man Spider-Man, not of them teenager or some little skinny boy kind of vibe to him. But this is
a little skinny boy.
Yeah, he's from BTS, right? So yeah, it looks like an adult Spider-Man, so that's cool. It's a different pose for Delato from Spider-Man. Usually you see him from the front. This is from the back side of the Spider-Man, looking towards the city. So that's dope. I just can't believe it's well lit. It's not like dark as hell. I could barely see the Spider-Man's face. So good job, Delato. Jeff.
Well, for me, I am going to agree. Yes, this Delato, at least I can see Spider-Man this time. I hate to say this. I like Delato too. This is not my favorite Spider-Man either still. It just still looks a little off. There's no neck.
Oh, well, Spider-Man 1. Okay, that's a whole new run. Okay.
Yeah. So I like the fact that he makes the suit look really realistic, at least cloth wise. But other than that, I just don't. This is not my favorite, and I'm gonna pass. I know it's 800 only. So
yeah, Spider-Man. Yeah, that's tough.
If there's only 800, God, how much is it? It's got to be like $30, right? At least.
It's gonna sell out.
Yeah, this will sell out. Yeah, I guess for a spec, yeah, I'd grab it and maybe it'll grow on me and then I'll like it more. I don't know. But it's just Delato has just turned me off a lot with some of his styling or shading.
This could be a big book. Now that I think about it.
Yeah, I know. That's why it kind of changed my mind. I was like, you know what? I might just get it just to get it.
Yeah, I'm a little conflicted about this one too. 800 LE is nice. Delato finally looking like Delato again. rather than just a chalk drawing on a black piece of paper. Which honestly, some of those are good too. So I'm not knocking that, but I also agree with Jeff in that old Delato, the stuff that we went ape shit for back in like the early 2000s, like that Wolverine cover, the X-23 cover, the Batman cover pulling out of the water in the sewer, you know the one I mean. Like those covers are just fucking bonkers good. And even honestly, even the Spider-Man, whatever the hell that ASM is that everyone goes crazy for, the $20,000 one.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what I never remember what number that is, but
6 something. Yeah.
This
621 or some shit like that.
This doesn't feel like, I mean, there's a visceral quality to those covers. There's artistry in those. This feels a little too static for me. And it's also, you guys might not remember it, but there's a Venom cover that looks just like this one, with him hanging off the side of a building like this in a similar pose. That cover wasn't great. This is a better version of that cover. I also like the cityscape in the background. I do like the use of some white and or light colors. That's cool too. This could be a really big book. You're right. Just it is a #1 for Spider-Man. It is Delato on a Spider-Man. It is a good Delato. All of the things. It's a limited to 800 thing. This should have been an incentive. If this were an incentive, this would be an enormous book.
If this was a 1 in 100 virgin,
crazy. It'd be a $500 book next week.
Yes.
It'd be a $300 book though. Whereas at this point, I don't know if this is just kind of white noise in a lot of ways. This is not Delato's best work. It doesn't look phoned in. I'm not going to say that because it's still good and it's better than 90% of other artists can do. But it's just not quite. And I'm assuming the buy-in's probably like closer to 40. If I
wouldn't doubt it.
If this book is botted, this book will go nuclear.
Let me see if I can find the price on this book, but I think that this is going to be a big book. I think it's going to go for a premium over whatever the sale price is. It will sell out in a minute, probably. I mean, if that fucking by the way, thank you, Sticks, for letting me know about that. I appreciate that. Like that Sabrina that they had that sold out literally in 34 seconds, apparently, since I was checking out.
Yeah, they got. This is going to get botted.
Yeah, they'll get botted unless they fixed that from the last one.
I doubt that.
I doubt it. You know, the more I sit here and think about it, I think it's going to be a big book.
I think it's going to be a big book too. I really do. But from an if I'm going to back it up and I'm going to remember why we do this show, from an artistic standpoint, this is not.
It's average.
This is average for Delato.
For Delato, right?
Well, we set standards for our artists.
There is one thing I do like about it: the subtleness of his web wings.
Okay,
that's cool.
Yeah. I do like that.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, rather than having it be really thick and opaque,
exactly,
translucent. Yeah,
makes more sense.
You're right. It does. Let me see if I can look up how much this is. I'm assuming it's going to be like $40.
Like I said, it's not a bad cover. It's just when you're talking about Delato.
Yeah, but it's really hard to do that, right? Like we're pitting Delato against Delato.
But that's the only person we should be comparing himself to.
I agree, and it's why we bash people like Peach and those people so much because they have the capability to do better.
Yep.
While this isn't as bad as the worst Peach cover is against Peach's own work, this is still not a top end Delato to me.
By the way, that Batman Beyond was an issue 1.
Oh wow! Okay.
It is. That's a $50 set for the Batman Beyond, and
so this is probably 30 then.
It's got to be like 30.
Trouble finding the. It's not listed.
Yeah. No, it's not. It's not on the website. It was probably on their IG, which I could probably look up real quick.
I mean, the Sabrina was 30 that I missed, so I'm assuming it's at least 30. If not, I think it's probably 40, since it's limited to 800 as a Marvel book.
Here's their post. This is what the post says.
I don't think.
Oh, and there's also a trade dress. 1,000 trade dress.
That's low too.
Yeah, for Marvel. So 1,800 copies in general. Goes up Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern. So
no pricing available yet.
No pricing. So we're 30 to 40. We could $30 to $40. You can be paying for this easily.
I mean, if it's less, all day.
Yeah, of course.
If this has a $20 or $25 buy-in, yeah, there's no way I'm not getting one too, just a flip. But,
at least 1 or 2.
And I'm not really even a flipper, but like this is kind of a no-brainer.
Yeah. All right, let's move on. East Comics presents Hulk #9. by Scan, Pseudo one. Limited to 600, $40 price point. Supposedly this is the first appearance of this character on this cover, and I still hate that fucking trade dress, no matter what. I don't know. It's very digital, even very video game vibe to it. Definitely the scepter. It has the bubbling of the 3D software that he used.
It's
very,
too perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't. He should have ran this through like some more filters to making that so clean. It's okay for a digital image. It's nothing special, but it is the first appearance of this character. What is it going to happen with this character? Who knows? It could be big, it could be nothing. 600 copies. I'm assuming that's the trade dress. 600. Maybe that's the Virgin. I don't know. I gotta look up what you said. Come and see what they have on there. But yeah, it's a skip for me. I'm not digging it at all. But this is probably a sellout too. 600 copies.
Yeah, don't care about the character. Way too digital. Not enough contrast. Hate the trade dress. Like, I literally don't like anything about this cover, and I certainly don't like the price point. And I don't really care how many there is. I don't care if there's 6 of them. It doesn't matter to me. This is a no all day. No one will care about this character. No one even knows who this character is now.
No, I agree.
So I mean, I'm lying. Obviously, people are waiting to see, but still, at the end of the day, like, I've already forgotten about this character. That's just the way Marvel new characters have been over the last decade or more, and I don't really give a shit anymore.
Yeah,
but we're still buying Miles books and Gwen books. I mean, that's the last time we cared about a new Marvel character for real.
Monolith is the name of the character.
Maybe America Chavez, possibly America Chavez.
Monolith, name of the character, and this is only 600 copies. There's no other version or anything like that. So COA as well.
So I always will tell people, anytime a store exclusive says, "Oh, this is going to be the first cover appearance of this character," don't you believe it? Okay, because we haven't seen the covers for the A, the B, the incentives. Mm-hmm. So how do we know that this is not on one of those covers? Especially if it's on an incentive cover, it's going to blow this away. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, there'll be a really shitty 1 in 10 Peach Momoko design variant. Don't worry.
And I can see it being worth more than this.
Oh, absolutely. It'll be a 1 in 1.
Yeah, especially if the character takes off, right? So yeah, this is not one of those things where I would jump on really fast. This is a wait and see. This is just like the Goblin, the Queen Goblin.
Yeah,
right. It's just like that when they're like, "Oh, it's gonna be the first cover of her."
God, that was horrible.
Next thing you know, the A cover has her, the B cover has her, the 1 in 10 incentive design variant had her. You know what I mean? Like, every cover had her.
That's so horrible.
You have to be patient with these, and for $40, who's buying a store exclusive Hulk? I just don't know at this
Flippers.
time. Yeah, I guarantee people will buy this and just because of the spec value on it. But when it comes down to it and the book actually is released, that price for this is going to go down really fast.
But like, flipping to who? Like, aren't we all sick of this shit? Like, who is buying it?
Flippers to sell it to other flippers.
Flipping to other flippers to flip to other flippers? I mean,
yeah.
Eventually, you're gonna run out of people to flip it to. Like,
pyramid scheme, right? Ponzi scheme.
I mean, think of the covers you always want. Like, no matter when you collected, even when you first started, NFTs. Like, those covers are still on your list. You would buy multiples of them before you'd buy this thing.
If she was fighting the Hulk, if she was fighting Thor on the Hulk cover, I don't care. It would have been at least better.
And why is she drawing her geometry homework on her face and her hands too? What's the hell's the deal with that? Oh man,
she's trying to cheat on the test, Rob. Come on now.
Yeah, it's
no calculators allowed.
SATs. This book's trash. Let's move on. All right. Oh my god, what the hell?
Oh, no.
So Spider-Man issue number 1. I'm assuming this is Mika Suyon from Big Time Collectibles. It's a $40 set. Trade in Virgin. Jeff?
No.
Shattered glass variant? Move on.
No. Okay, so the only thing I like about this cover is the fact that there's more than one Spider-Man on it.
Yeah, Spider-Punk right there.
Yeah, you got Spider-Punk, you got Spider-Ham, you got Miles, you got Noir, you got 2099, you got Gwen, and is it Spider-Girl or I don't know who that is. I know she's the new character. But yeah, I don't like the angle on the Spider-Man face. It looks a little off, like he's got this really ginormous nose.
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah, my nose.
Yeah, I feel like Austin Power moly. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I just want to say nose. So it's a pass. It's an immediate pass for me. God, geez, that nose is terrible.
Yeah, I'm with you. Like, I feel bad, like for Miko Suwon. Like, there's a lot of work that went into this cover, but yet at the end of the day, it just doesn't hit. Like, these are the ones I feel bad about. I feel bad bashing because I know that this probably took a while to do this cover.
I like seeing.
Me too. Generally, I do too. This cover just doesn't hit. I don't know if the glass is too shiny. I don't know if the nose is too big. I don't know if I just don't like the renderings of the characters. But overall, this just doesn't do it. It doesn't do it for me. He drew his own nose.
That's fucked up.
Hilarious.
Damn, Apollo. That's some fucked up shit right there, bro. But, he put a Spider-Man mask on in the mirror and drew it.
Does he have braces under the fucking mask too?
Oh, that's funny. Oh my god. Yeah, so it's kind of too bad. It doesn't hit. There's a lot of cool work going on in this cover that maybe it's too much, maybe it's just overdone. Yeah, this is a pass, hard pass.
Yeah,
this whole book might be a hard pass for me, to be perfectly honest with you, but I mean, probably buy an A cover and move on.
I dip in it a little just because it's a Spider-Verse type of book.
And big nose bullying is a real thing. People respect the big nose bullying. All right, this is a bug's fucking trash. Let's move on. Briar number 1. Wow. From Zoe. Oh yeah, it's just this girl's freaky. Zoe Lachy. Lychee, whatever. Trinity Comics and also Rabbit Comics, $34 set, refreshing, under $40. Wow, man, this is Last Temptation of Christ, all that, right? It gives you immediately that vibe with spiders. It's insane concept. The art is executed. I'm assuming that she wanted. Looks. I don't know what tools she used. Pencils, colors. Yeah, I just think the Passion of the Christ when I see this dude. Honestly, the blood and the thorns everywhere. It's craziness. Brian number 1. Mike.
Yeah, I mean, execution of the art is good. I like the way you said that. It's so diplomatic. She executed the art the way she wanted to, I assume, which is a really nice way of saying I don't like it, but. Yeah, hopefully it looks the way she wanted it to look. Yeah, I don't know. It's sort of just okay. I mean, I think if this were
Bison's sister,
like 1 in 10 kind of variant sort of thing for whatever. What's this book?
Artist.
What's this book again?
Briar number 1.
Briar number 1. Okay, so those are obviously those are Briars.
Trade comics, yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, the art is good. I have zero interest in the book and therefore zero interest in this version of it. I also don't know, like that very slight different coloring isn't enough to make me want both. I don't know why anyone would want the set of these. Maybe one's a foil. Is it possible one's a foil?
Possibly.
I don't know. Either way, this is a pass. It's rough for me on this show, right? Because I mean, it takes an awful lot for me to really like a store exclusive. I've got to like the book a lot, and I've got to like I have to like the title a lot, and I've got to like the art a lot together to have me even consider buying one. And then the price point also matters because I'm largely just boycotting the whole thing these days. But at the end of the day, this is good art that I don't care about. Let's put it that way.
Have a good one, Kenneth.
I'd like to see more Zoe's work on other books, and we have been. But this one just doesn't interest me.
Yeah, it's rough.
Yeah, okay, so I don't know what it is about this book. I've heard this book before, recently, and I know it hasn't come out yet. So I don't know if there's some big
It got
hype
delayed.
behind it, or is a spec behind it, or if there's like it's supposed to be a good book. I'm not sure. Because like I said, I've heard it a couple of times this week already, so or last week. So maybe there is. I'll have to look into it further. Like Mike said, the art is well executed. It's nothing I would say I need to have. It's overly special. It's outstanding. It's a little freaky with the spider web, but
The
I
thorns for
mean
me, man.
it's just okay for me. It's probably average to a little above average, but again, it's not for me. And the price, all that. And Trinity just happens to do a lot of independent stuff, so yeah, who knows?
Yeah, this is a.
I wouldn't doubt that's a foil either.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
It just seems too similar in color to not be, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Okay. Brian number 1. Let's move on. Brian number 1, Matez Mahami, Yellow Snow Comics. That's a cool name. Limited to 400, $25. Mike?
Nope.
Jeff?
Post-apocalyptic Sleeping Beauty. Is that what it is, Sticks? That's interesting. Yeah, this is way worse than the other one. I'd take the other one way faster than this one. I don't care if this was limited to 100.
Damn. I thought it was getting more love. I don't know. I'm not gonna kill you guys. You did it. It's all right.
I didn't kill it. I just said it's not as good as the last one, and I said the last one was above average. So
this is a 2000s PlayStation 2 video game cover, all the way.
Oh yeah, it does kind of have that Final Fantasy kind of a thing going on in
there.
Yeah, I don't like this. Then I don't like the negative white space on it.
Yeah, the whiteout
on the top. Yeah. Then I don't like that. That's the only part I wouldn't really like.
Yeah, I like the gold on the bottom, but not the white on top.
Yes.
They would have just put the rest of the background on top.
Gold all the way around it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that
would have been way better. Maybe that's what they meant to do, and they screwed up.
Yeah. Wonder it's not the final version.
Maybe that would be way cooler. That would look a lot nicer.
Foil,
gold foil. Ooh, that would be sweet. Or at least like the way Dynamite does those icon covers when they reprint stuff and they put that gold border around them. I actually kind of like that.
Foil, yeah.
But with foil, that'd be kind of sweet, actually.
The gold foil around the buck, yeah. I'll take that. Yeah, that'd be dope. That would be definitely at least people who are interested in buying. At least they bought something that has some sort of value, not this. All right, we'll keep it moving here. LRA Comics, Matez Mahimi. Will save Mike for last because I know his opinion on this. NYC exclusive, Little Red Ronin, number 1, I believe. This is obviously the black box Nintendo cover variant. Me personally, I'm a sucker for these covers. I'm not going to buy it because I just don't want to buy it, but it's just so nostalgic. It's Kung Fu homage. Not Kung Fu. I'm sorry. Was it Kung Fu? Yeah, right. Kung Fu homage. I can't help myself. It's just they know what I like, and the character. Who the fuck got the character? It's meaningless, honestly. It's just that's a Nintendo black box, and it's that classic 8-bit art. So this will sell out. It's an NYCC exclusive as well. What does that mean?
It'll be on Whatnot in 5 minutes. Yeah,
it should not. If it's NYCC exclusive, it should be available to badge holders at the fucking con. They did that for San Diego. They did it for other cons. That's bullshit. But yeah, I like it. Jeff.
For the Kung Fu homage, it's cool. It's all right. It's. I still think the Bird City. What is it? What was it?
Twig.
Yeah, I think the Bird City Twig one was better, or done better. And I know that's not a Kung Fu homage. I know it's just it's different. But
Mario, right?
I'm kind of questioning it because I'm looking at this picture. Is it just a bad picture, or is it supposed to have like this grainy, worn look?
No, it's the worn looks on it. I think that's part of the book.
And then I'm immediately passing.
Yeah, it's a black because a warm black box basically. They're trying to
Yes.
homage.
Yeah. I'm out. This is not worth it. I don't care what kind of homage that is. It's not that great if it's gonna be like this worn look.
Yeah, that's just the character does not do it for me, man. Mike, go ahead, Mike.
Okay, I'm not gonna get too bad about this, but I will say this. Look, I think it's pretty obvious at this point that the video game homage thing for store exclusives is a Bird City thing. And look, everyone knows I like Bird City. I like Laura and Ant. We do too. We run one of their codes. This isn't about that. But in comics, imitation is not always the best form of flattery. And I think people need to watch out what they, let's call it borrow rather than steal from other places. This is a very small knit group, a very sort of incestuous kind of group.
Exactly.
People know and love certain things from certain places. Don't try to don't dip your foot in somebody else's bathwater. Like this has become the Bird City thing. El Rey, I don't know who the hell you are. I've never seen you before. Are you a new shop? I don't really know. I don't know any of you. Maybe you're the nicest guys in the world, but I think you had to have known, like the rest of us, that this was already somebody else's thing.
What up, GT?
What are you doing taking it? Like, I'm not going to get all political because I really don't give a shit at the end of the day. I don't own a shop. I don't flip books. I don't have an eBay store. I don't have an Amazon store. I don't run shit on Whatnot. Like I don't do any of that crap. So at the end of the day, I have no horse in the race. But like, dude, like, come up with your own thing, bro. Like I don't, or ladies, or whoever you are, come up with your own thing. Whatever that thing is, be creative. Unless you're invited to the bath.
That's pretty much it.
And also at the end of the day, this cover is really not that great either. So like, not only is it kind of a stolen idea in some ways, not that anybody owns the rights to like, you know, Nintendo box art, but except for Nintendo, but you know, but using that as an homage, nobody owns that. I get that, but still, like, there's something a little dirty in the background about like doing that to another shop, you know, like
so quickly within small shops. It's just obviously just took their idea and trying to use it.
Yeah, and it just kind of doesn't feel right. I don't know. Do better next time, El Rey. Like that's the best I can say. You don't make any friends by doing shit like that. That's
because we know publishers have done this homage in the past before Bird City.
Sure, of course. Absolutely. There's the DuckTales from way back when.
Yeah, and there's also I forgot. There's some other ones too, but it's just that the way they did it so quickly after Bird City does it, and just another small shop like Bird City. It's just if we would have done maybe another video game company box art like I don't know, PlayStation or Xbox 360.
Well, like that Death Dealer that has the big, I think the
Sega Genesis
we've ever seen. Do that. That's close. Yeah. Then you're kind of paying respects to somebody else who's doing it, but you're doing your own version, your own thing.
You should have done like Sega, not before Sega Genesis, Sega Master System, the white box with the graphic.
Ooh. Yeah, well, go back and do Atari.
Yeah,
or Atari or ColecoVision.
Yeah, those are great, man. I collect those. They're cheap. They're fun.
Yeah. But just going straight for the black box variant, it is a little cheap. I agree with you on
that. I am just not a fan of when you are coming up with these store exclusives as a store, your first idea is to make something similar to another store.
By somebody's idea, yeah.
That it's not even just the biting, it's not even the copying, it's the fact that you're so damn lazy that you can't come up with an original idea that'll make your shop stand out and your store exclusive to stand out. You're never going to stand out if you look like everybody else's, because everyone's always going to compare you to somebody else now.
And you're doing it to a bunch of really nice people too. That's the other thing. Like you're not doing it to Black Flag, who just fucked everybody. If
you did it to Black Flag, we all be
it would have been cool if we would have just done a joke cover, put on that fucking acetate up over there just to fuck with everybody. That would have been at least
been fucking hilarious. Actually.
Yeah, at least it would have been funny and different. That was just a fucking hilarious situation. We should have done that instead of this.
That would have been that would have at least been funny. We all would have laughed, and we probably all would have bought it because it would have been funny enough to buy.
It's a
and
gimmick.
it's
Yeah.
a part of like pop culture for us, right?
These
At
are
that
all
moment.
gimmicks. Let's face it, these are all gimmicks. All the store exclusives are all gimmicks. It's fine. Let's
Cool.
just admit it and move on. But
Yeah.
like, come up with your own gimmick, whatever that is. Come up with your own.
Exactly. All right. Let's move it on here. All right. This is a Creep Show, I believe, issue number 1. This is
Speaking of
a
Bird City.
$35 set from Bird City Comics, limited 500. There's the Scan Sudawan and the Ivan Tao. There's 2 different sets, obviously. I'll go first on this one. Which one do I like more? It's not a versus, but
No, it isn't. It's a set.
it's a full set. Is it all 4 for $35?
Is it?
Or just
No,
no
that
way.
can't be right.
Oh, wait a minute. Is this even coming out?
Okay,
Oh no,
so
it's
their
just it's two
canceled
different-
one is not either of these.
Okay. Oh, cancel one is not neither of these. Okay.
No.
Okay.
So
Because I
it's-
remember they canceled one.
Yeah, for those that don't know what we're talking about, Bird City had a different Creep Show that they had to cancel. I don't know the details, but
Oh yeah, I heard about
They
that.
weren't
was
allowed to
really,
make it.
really beautiful, but for some reason it wasn't moving forward. So
Sorry, this is also not 4 covers. I'm seeing double here. It's only 2 covers. So I guess this is the set. So it's cool. The one on the left's a lot better. That's for sure. It's just better art, better coloring. It's a lot. Maybe it's a bad scan on the right. I don't know. But it's not bad on the right. It's just the one on the left is a lot better. And he's holding the actual OG book in his hand while he's holding the lamp. So that's a nice little touch to that. It's I like the scan version. It's dope. I love the mood in the background. Just that the coloring. It's nice. I think the one on the right, I've seen that kind of art before in a different something else. Isn't that the Batman cover?
The one on the right is
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Is it Spider-Man? Okay.
Yeah, the Craven, the Hunt.
Okay, I know I've seen that image before, just different.
Kind of.
Yeah, well, we obviously that's not an original idea of a caricature coming in out of the grave with the headstone in the background. So that's obviously not new, but yeah, I think the scan is a better one. It's cool. It's not for me, but I'm pretty sure people will buy this for sure. Jeff?
So for me, these are actually the better versions of their store exclusive this week because they both had different store exclusives. I think Ivan had the Miles. Scon had that. What was the other one that he had? I forgot, but we had one up earlier for him. And these are both better covers than the other twos. So I actually think if this is Creep Show 1,
it is
limited to 500. I actually like them both. I do like the Scon better. It kind of gives me that magazine pulpy, but with modernized art. And is it worth 35 for 500 limited? I think so. It's not bad, and I think you can get each one of these individually at $20. So if you don't like one or the other, you can just get one for $20. And you can get 10% off.
Yeah.
But I do honestly, I like the one on the left a lot. It just reminds me of just really dope, like just regular art. It's not even like, I'm not talking like book art. I'm just talking like art on a wall. Yeah. That's just my opinion.
Mike?
So I love horror covers. I love horror books in general, and I really dig the character here. I'm a little upset that the other cover that got canceled for them isn't coming because it was also really beautiful. These are both good. I like Tao's work. There's an energy to it now that I really like about it, but I still do like the Scon better. It's just great. It's just great art. It's really good. I'm really looking forward to this book. I don't know. I have not bought a single version of this yet. I don't know which one I'm going to buy. I want to see them all hit first before I decide which one I want. But right now, that Scon may be my favorite. It's really close between that and a couple of others, but I really like it's gone. So a copy of the very well be that's gone. I don't know. I haven't decided, but it's definitely in the running.
Cool. All right, let's move it on. Oh, that's it.
Woo!
Mike. What do we
Okay.
have, sir?
So so anyway, I write for CBSI for those that don't know or anybody that cares. Comicbookinvest.com. Cover Fire, which drops on Tuesdays, is my sort of personal analysis on non-incentive, non-exclusive covers, just A and B covers. A lighter list than last week, but there's a couple really nice ones. So tune in tomorrow for that as well. And then Cover Tunes, which I have finally brought back from a couple of months off, is about to have its third issue back this week. And even though in my description of my return issue, I said I was going to kind of hone it down a little bit and make them like 5 covers like they used to
right.
make. I haven't done that. And I'm certainly not doing that this week because it's Red Sonja this week. So with the casting news of Lutz, whatever, as Red Sonja, I'm choosing to sort of take a quick look at, and when I say take a quick look at Red Sonja, it's still going to be like a dozen covers. So that's this week. I'm really excited about it. And you have any idea how hard it is for me to choose 12
butt covers?
There's only one butt cover because it happens to be my favorite from that artist.
11 boob covers.
Oh,
they all have boobs. I mean, it's Red Sonja, so they're all boob covers. They're either all butt covers or all boob covers. She's wearing a bikini, for God's sake.
They're all zoomed into the boobs.
So, actually, I take that back. There's one cover that isn't, because there's one cover where she's still wearing the chainmail shirt rather than the bikini. But anyway, Cover Tunes is just sort of my personal, like, hey, these are covers I like. I don't care if you like them. It's just one of those things. I just usually underappreciated covers in general. Although this week, I think you'll probably recognize 75% of them, if not more than that, because some of them are keys. But yeah, it's just my weekly or bi-weekly in some cases article about just covers I like, and usually covers that are kind of either off people's radar or I think they're undervalued for artistic reasons, not for spec reasons. Neither of these are spec related articles, which I'm very proud of, that there's no spec involved on either one of these. These are just covers I like, covers that I buy. I put my money where my mouth is on these things. And I hope that you like them too. But at the end of, but yeah, good. But tune in to CBSI anyway, every Tuesday and Wednesday for all your sort of LCS going needs between the Indie Spotlight and the new Comic Book Day drops, as well as the Wednesday one and my Cover Fire. You should be armed and ready to go on a Wednesday.
I like your new logo for Cover Tunes.
Thanks. Yeah, I just did that.
It's pretty dope.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I don't know. It came to me like in the middle of the night one night. I'm actually a big fan of the little saying in the bottom, the "That's art, folks" thing. That's my favorite part. I'm, patting myself on the back for it, but thank you. I appreciate it. It was time to revamp the logo. My old logo looked pretty dated. So
looks great.
Thanks.
Awesome. All right. What we got next? Upcoming shows for Team Nerd Herd Podcast. Jeff.
So I guess we will be having our Armando Mail Call this Thursday, 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern time. You'll get the whole Nerd Herd, hopefully, where we'll show you what we got in the mail this week or what we picked up, and probably just geek out and talk about things, geek news, just pop culture stuff, whatever is going on, movies, shows, comic books, etc. So tune in. If anybody wants to be a guest on a Mail Call one day, hit us up. Let us know. We all have, you can reach us all by IG and or on the YouTube channel. So, yep, tune in this Thursday, 7 p.m.
Awesome. All right. And next we have Team Nerd Podcast presents Saturday Morning Toy Box, hosted by me with Hip Hops and me, and of course Jeff will also be there as well when we discuss all the pre-orders and solicitations for that particular week. This is Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 1 p.m. on the East Coast, and it's always tons of fun. We geek out over toys and all the stuff we wish you could buy, and stop on by, hang out, get your breakfast thing going.
Get your coffee and your breakfast.
Yeah, get your Starbucks, your McDonald's, whatever. All right. Next up here, announcements. Since we were showing those beautiful Burst City Comics books earlier today, you could, if you use this code TNH10, you can save 10% with that code. If you go to their website when you purchase a book, it's a great little thing that Burst City provided for us here at Team Nerdherd because they're friends of the channel. Save 10%, and you can pick yourself those Creep Show books for a little discounted price. So yeah, man. So check it out. 10% with TNH10. And CRG, is it on Fridays, right, Jeff?
Yeah, he does his weekly whatnot on Fridays. I believe in the morning. Might be near early afternoon for you East Coasters, but I think it's in the morning. I think it's like 9 a.m. or 10 and 12 p.m. or 1 p.m. Eastern. I'm not sure.
Yeah, just go on to Whatnot and follow him, and you get the notifications when he goes on live.
Or you can follow him on IG, and he'll definitely post it there.
Yeah, for sure. Or yeah. All right, and boom, that's it.
You're done.
Yeah, let's move on to this section over here. So, any parting words, fellas? Anything you guys want to add to this conversation here? With beautiful.
Just thanks to the chat for always being a big part of our show. It's it definitely helps to kind of work off of you guys. So thanks, chat, and thanks for putting up with all my bullshit every week.
If truth is bullshit, then this world doesn't want a lot of bullshit because there ain't a lot of truth left.
No, that's true. That's true. You got to keep it. I don't know. This is my one place where I can come and speak what I actually think about something. So it's really, really nice to hang with you guys. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, we appreciate you. I definitely want to thank everyone tuned in. It's always good to be here on a Monday doing Cover Lovers with Mike and Big Rob. And whenever Alonzo is stopped being the next husband. But whenever we get CRG back, we know he's always busy. So it's always good. I love this show. I love comic books. I love geek culture. So just, tune in. If you guys have any suggestions, let us know. Give us a like, give us a follow. If you want us to change something on the show or think of anything else, just let us know. We're always open.
Cool. Well, that said, folks, if you want to do it right, Comic Horse for Life.